Hey everyone, it is Larry here at LC Model Shipbuilding. So, as I promised at the end of the last video, I will do a short video here just showing the furniture folding and all of that stuff for the rooms. They should be very similar. I'm looking right now here. I have the next sheet, which is the staterooms. So that's sheet I. I'll probably end up doing a video on this one too, just because there are some individualities to it, but this is kind of a sub-video, I guess you'd say, of the rest of the series. So anyway, let's get started. And like I said, this is available at Maritime Models, and this is from sheet H. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to do this all in one shot, in one take here. So we're going to put together a room, and how these parts come are obviously on a sprue like this, and we're going to put together this room, which will be the next one down aft. I skipped these two only because I'm painting the blue sofa here, so that was drying, and I just got started on these and kept going. So first thing we're going to do, cut out our little vanity here. Not vanity, I'm sorry, but our wardrobe. And what I've been using for my mirror is actually sticky foil tape. So I cut a piece off fairly thin. So let me get that cut real quick. I know I'm doing it off camera just because I don't have enough room, really. So I'm going to cut it about that big, and then you peel off the paper on the back. And I tried playing with aluminum foil and gluing it, and yeah, it just was not turning out very well. So this has actually worked quite well. The hardest part's getting the paper off, but you're just going to take your foil here and stick it right over the space where the mirror would go. Alright, then simply fold it. And how this stuff is made, it's very, very, very user-friendly, which I love. If you've never used Photo Etch before, it's some of the easiest bends out there, so Neil did a really nice job with this. Next up, we're going to cut our basins. Now, if you notice here, I did already paint the top of it in, I went with a off-white color, kind of like a marble type shade. So this one again is going to have another piece of mirror on it. So cut that off. And we're going to just stick it here on there, just like we did with the other one. Now this one I tried to make a little bit shorter because there is a little space right there you might be able to see in between. But in any case, it just sticks right onto the back there. And there we go. So bending, I'm using a kind of thicker blunt set of tweezers, and then I'm just going to bend up 90, and I'm going to bend my sides down 90, and I'm going to bend my front down 90. You just kind of fold them in so they fit. You don't have to glue them or anything like that. I will probably have to touch up that with a tiny bit of paint, I think. Well, maybe not. It's kind of actually stretching off, so yay. Alright, so we're going to set that guy there. Then we're going to cut out the heater. Now, the heater probably should have stayed brass. Note to self for the upper decks, I will keep that brass. I'll tape them off. but they are already sprayed, and the amount of, or the size of the windows, I don't think you're really going to be able to see them that well, so I'm just kind of going to live with it. Alright, we got our beds here, and the beds are nice and easy. They look complex. Actually, everything on this looks way more complex than it is. So, if you've never done this before, I would not be afraid. The first one took a minute just to kind of figure it out, what we were doing, but once I figured it out, you're going to bend the bed up 90, then you're going to take the other side of it, and I found if you bend right from the middle, both sides will kind of follow. If you bend from the side, it will not. So, bend from the middle. And then you're going to put your sides right on there. Again, nice and easy. And this particular room has 2 beds in it, so we're going to get our other one cut out here. Alright, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with this. Now, I have the mattresses to go on these, which are actually, I mean, they're cut out, they're pre-cut and all that good stuff, but they're actually just like a cardboard type stuff, and that's also how the pillows are too, so I'll kind of show that here in a second. But there's those. Then we got our chair here for our makeup table, and that just cuts right off, and then you drop it. Okay, these I've been able to just basically bend down with my fingers. No real issue in that. They bend real easy. Or you can use tweezer if you prefer. And then bend up your back of your chair. Okay, there we go. And then we got our vanity here. Okay, and that one's also got a mirror on it. So I'm going to flip it upside down and do the same thing that we did with the others. Okay, so once we get this cut off, we got one more piece to go, which is our luggage rack that hangs on the wall above the beds. So the very first one, the first room that I did with this probably took me about 45 minutes. As you're going to see with this at this point, I probably will have it down to about 10 minutes at this point. Total, till this is all said and done. And I've bent these with my fingers too for this table, but I'm bending it with the tweezer just for demonstration purposes, I guess. Okay, so there's that. Now, I suppose you could get all crazy because these had, I believe, brass handles on it, so you could probably go ahead and do one of these type deals and really bring out some of the brass. In some of the future rooms that have some more detail, we'll be doing stuff like that, but for these, I'm not going to that extreme. Again, you'll just never see it, so there's no real point. Okay, and that's the luggage rack. So that just gets folded up 90. Until you drop it. So fold that up 90, and then the back side folds up 90. and then our two sides come around. That's it. That's all of our pieces. Now, these are our mattresses here. They come on a piece like that. And then these are our pillows up here. I'm going to do the pillows later. I guess I'll do them in this video just to show it. But I planned on just doing all the pillows at once towards the end here when I get all of the rooms pretty much done, because they're kind of a pain in all reality. They want to kind of fall apart when you're cutting them, so it is what it is. But there we go, got our mattress in, and you can glue them, but I really haven't had any issues with them falling out, so I'm not really even gonna bother with the glue on the mattresses. I just kind of scrape the part where it connected with my fingernail and then drop it in. Alright, so here we go. We have our furniture pretty much all assembled, and this is going to be very similar to what we did in the last video. I'm going to show you real quick. Here is the floor plan. So as you can see, everything is notated on where it goes. So you got your wardrobe, you got your day table, you got your heater, which is the little H there, you got your bed 1 and 2 markings. So it essentially gives you everything that you need right there on the page. So I just have that kind of leaning up on the back here so I can see it as I'm building. And yeah, got that to follow. So what we're going to do, just like I did in the last video, the end there of the last one, we're going to go ahead and put a nice little drop of glue there. And we will start with bed number 1, tweezer. So I'm going to take my bed here, and it goes 1, 2, 3, third room over, or fourth room, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this bed goes towards that wall. Okay, so just going to dip my glue, and I'm going to put it on the sides, essentially right there. And that's just going to sit right there, like that. And we're going to take our wardrobe, and he's going to sit kind of right to the side of the bed here, like that. So we're going to put some glue on the base, and on the side that's going to touch the wall. And we're going to kind of squeeze that in there. And this stuff does have some tight fits to it, so you just gotta kind of work it in. And that wall was a little bit loose, so I'm actually gonna hit it with a little bit of glue down here and then some accelerator just to get it on quicker. There we go. Oh. Okay, there we go. All right, next up we're going to take our basin here, wash basin, and I'll put glue on the mirror, and I kind of hold it in the sink. That's how I've been doing them for the most part. And it's been working pretty well. And that goes right to the left of the door. The only problem about using the basin is sometimes your tweezer gets stuck in it. and then I'll sometimes hold the mirror against the wall, kind of like that, just to get a good stick for it. Okay, now we have our table, and that's going to go on the other wall. I do not recommend using the legs for glue points. They just will not hold. Way too thin, and there's nothing really to support with it doing that, so don't do that. Okay, now our bed will go right there, but they want the heater to go right next to that wash basin we just put out. So again, that's just dropping it in glue and putting it right up on the wall. Okay. Now, the other rooms, when we get down farther here, a lot of them have a lot more intricacy to them. So, most of those rooms all had their own individual styles. They had their own names to the rooms. So, I'm probably actually going to end up doing another video similar to this when I get down there to show some of the different styles of rooms and how we go together with them. The chair, like I said in the last video, a little bit challenging to get on the ground there, so I generally have been putting it right under the table and kind of sticking it up onto it. And then finally, last but not least, is our luggage carrier. So that just sticks on the wall above the bed like so. All right, and there you have it. That's one room. So there you go. You can kind of see what it looks like. Definitely a really nice addition to the model. I'm gonna have to fix that one right there. He's crooked, but anyway, I got 3 more rooms to go on this side. I got that whole side to go, and these 2 up here. So thanks for watching, and like I said, this was going to be a short video just to kind of show those rooms. So we will see you next time.